Good morning and welcome to another episode of Back to the Past with me. I am Blair. Now that the trailer is out of the way, my next eyesore to get rid of is that horse trailer down there. And in order to do that, there's actually a couple trees that are not only in the way for doing that, but I've actually had problems in the past with when a heavy snowfall comes in, branches breaking and laying down on my roof. So I need to get rid of two of those. The one closest to me here will be the one that I'll keep. The one that's directly in front of or on that corner of that horse trailer, I'll end up pulling down. And then the one that's between us and the old Volkswagen microbus, I'll end up pulling down too. And I need to topple those into the area where the old tow-behind trailer was. So that's my project for today, to work on getting those two down. And then after that, I can work on getting that horse trailer out of here. Now there's some wood on it that I'm going to have to get rid of, and then most of the rest of that is iron, so I can just load it onto my big utility trailer and haul it off to salvage. I'm in my grubby work clothes, so I'm ready to go, but we got forecast for rain today that could start just about any time. I think it'll start out pretty light, but we'll see. Both of these trees are leaning to the south, and I want them to fall to the north. If they were to fall to the south, they would wipe out the electrical line that I put with all the lighting that goes between the barn and the cabin. I don't want that to happen. What I'll do is I'll make my initial cut on this, and then I'll go ahead and back up the tractor to where I'm putting some tension on that rope. That has the first tree down and taken care of. I'll go ahead and haul that back to my wood pile. Branches, I've got an area in the back there that I'll have to set up the wood chipper and go ahead and chip some of the smaller branches. Not a big deal, and I'm sure that won't get done today. I'll be back. It worked really well on the last tree. This one I think it'll work on just fine too. This tree really doesn't have many branches on it that actually put out leaves, because I think it was back in the winter of 22 that we had a heavy wet snow, 9 inches, and I think I've even got an episode on that. But it ended up breaking a whole bunch of branches. Some landed on the roof of the new building here, the barn, and a lot of them just ended up down here. But after trimming it up, there's not a whole lot left of it. It's fairly big in diameter, about 8 inches probably at the bottom, maybe even a little bit more than that. One problem that I might have is it is almost leaning up against the horse trailer. So I'm going to try cutting through it with the chainsaw. I may end up having to finish it off with the Sawzall. I needed to move the trailer just a little bit in order to finish cutting down on that stump. Sorry, there's shooting going on in the background there. I needed to move that trailer a little bit so that I could cut down that stump far enough that I could drive over it. Unfortunately, the tongue had grown in underneath, or some roots had grown over the top of the tongue since it was just laying on the ground. So that was a little bit of a challenge to get that thing moved, but I got it moved. I got cut down on that stump as far as what I'm going to. I think tomorrow I'll try getting air in the tires if I can, maybe move it around, cut all the lumber out of that. There's still some junk inside of it that I need to get rid of. May have another load to the dump. But then once I get the lumber cut out of that, I'm just going to load it onto my utility trailer and haul it to recycle. I went ahead and aired up the tires. The one on the opposite side actually holds air for several days. The one on this side goes flat after a little while, but I think I can move it around enough that I can get it loaded onto the trailer. I'd hoped to do this the other night before the rain set in, but my friend, the assistant park manager, came by and we ended up visiting until after dark, so I didn't get it done then. The weather forecast is for a lot of drizzle and moisture here in the next week, so today might be my only day for getting this thing out of here and loaded, so I'm going to give it a try. I've often said that working alone teaches you to be a little bit on the creative side, or in this case, kind of a harebrained scheme to get this trailer onto my big utility trailer. And what I did, I put the trailer in place, backed this up to it, and then used the tractor with the backhoe swing to get it loaded. And I had to relocate once to be able to do it, but I got it loaded, and all the time I was thinking this could be really bad. So now it's off to the scrap yard.